Fourth time shall be the charm. That's the message, guys. I'm not going to title it that, but that's definitely the message today, is it has something to do with change and transformation. Let's get into it. So as I stated, Capricorn or Capricorn cross watcher, let's go ahead and start this timer. This is the fourth time I've done this message. I've tried, anyway, to do this message. And, I mean, what would you know? One thing after the next, after the next, after the next. Just constant roadblocks, stopping, going. And then this fucking piece of lint in my left eye. Like, I couldn't find it. I couldn't get it out. I think it's still there. Yeah. So, anyways. I'm going to give a very specific scenario. Remember that this doesn't have to be this scenario for you. It doesn't have to be anything you're experiencing at all. Apply it how it works for you. But here's what I'm getting in this message, and I'm itching again. I'm just gonna push through. I'm just gonna keep fucking pushing through. If I itch, if my eye goes like this and I'm talking like this or this, you know, whatever, I'm just gonna keep going. What I was trying to say in all the other ones was I was getting the energy of, let's say you start a new job, because this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody go into a new job. They're just starting, okay? They're the new one on the scene, and this is someone who has a specific way of doing things. I would say this is someone who has a lot to offer this place. They're probably overqualified for the job. They get there, but the way that things are ran, they have a specific way that they've already been operating this business before this person's arrival, and they're not about to change now. But it's wrong. Maybe they allow illegal things to go on in this job. Maybe they overlook certain things and there's corruption in the workplace, whatever it is. This individual catches on to this, sees this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. They see it rather quickly after they start, but they kind of brush it off. You know, they keep trying to make it work. This could be somebody doing it in a relationship as well. Keep trying to make it work, keep trying to, you know, oh, it's this, it's that. You know, there's good things about it. There's things I do like about it, you know, and enjoy, and people I do like and enjoy, but there's a lot that I don't like. And it starts to almost become a cancer, like a disease over time, because it's eating someone from the inside out. I mean, even when they go home, they can't put it to rest because they're thinking about everything that occurred that day. It's getting to someone. And the people, they're very difficult to be around. This individual may find themselves even thinking, if I were to do half the things that these people are doing and getting away with, like, I wouldn't have a job. I would be fired. No wonder things are the way they are, or it's just wrong, you know, something like that. Now, let's say we have someone on the flip side who's been in a certain job or profession for a long time. Maybe this is someone who is like a senior somewhere, meaning they've been there for a long time. Perhaps there's a rather high turnover rate. I don't know if it's just because of the pay and so they can't keep people or whatever, but let's say they've kept this person for a while. This person's very responsible. They have a whole ass routine because they've been there so long. Even for the one going to a job and they're the new one, they have a routine as well. Like I said, I think they could be overqualified. Even someone who's been in a workplace for a long time, they're also overqualified for what the position that they're in. Either way, let's say it's the one who's been there for a while, then you have new people who are constantly coming in, and they just can do whatever, or it seems that way. Maybe the boss overlooks it, the boss doesn't care. I don't know how this is going to go, but the whole message here is someone here is dealing with a very frustrating situation, whether it's a partner, a frustrating work environment, which is the biggest one that I'm feeling. I don't care if it's a newer workplace someone started or a place they've been at for quite a long time, a field they've been in for quite a long time. And it's getting to the point where someone is going to have to make adjustments because it's threatening their peace, their sanity. They're stressed, they're irritated, they're tired, they're worn out. It's a lot of emotional drainage. Like, it's draining the living fuck out of somebody. And it's making somebody almost like hate what they do or hate who they're with or despise. Like, I don't know about hate, but just the energy of like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, genuinely, fuck this shit. I'm gonna throw in the towel. If you find yourself at that place, Capricorn or Capricorn cross watcher, whether now, maybe you did in the recent past, or even in the near future, or if this isn't you, someone closely related to you or in your close environment, maybe they go through this, or they are, where it's like, God, it's really hard to go in there, or it's really hard to be around these people. I mean, some of you may not have to be around a lot of different types of people because you could work from home, but that doesn't mean that those closest to you don't have to deal with that. Like when they go to school or college, same thing, or work themselves. I don't know, a partner of yours that has to do it. You know that saying, what's that saying? Like, bad company corrupts good morals, but that's not really the one I'm going for here. It's almost like one bad apple ruins the whole bunch. It's the idea of that, like, but they're not going to do anything about the rotten apples. They're just going to leave them there. That's fucking annoying. Like, why do I have to polish myself every day? Why do I have to do the right thing and the honorable thing? Like, I take my shit seriously. That's very frustrating. I feel like someone here is taking something very seriously. Let's say we have two people who are talking, getting to know each other, and let's twist it and talk about romance for a little bit. And one person here, they know what they want. They know exactly what they want. And they know what they don't want. I mean, in order to know what you want, you definitely got to know what you don't want. And maybe they've been giving their time, which they take very seriously. They don't just give their time to anyone. So they've been giving their time to someone on and off here and there, you know, their energy and all that. And they're just starting to see, like, I just think this person's wasting my fucking time. I think they're wasting my time. I think they're not taking me seriously. Like, what is their motives? What do they really want from me? I think it's going to get to the point where someone here is going to have to make a decision to either remove themselves or remove another. Something or someone is going to have to be removed, like a wart or a cancerous cell. It's going to have to be removed because it's taking someone's peace. It's making someone not want to proceed forward. It's making them dread each and every second. It's making them dread the conversations. It's making them dread going in if it's a workplace. It's making them dread being with someone. It's making them not even want to see an individual. It's just like, you know, there is dread here. And almost anger. There's like an underlying anger, and frustration is really where I think the anger is going to come from, because somebody's frustrated, and I think they have every right to be, because it's just kind of like, I think it's a situation that's rather fucked up. It's just kind of like, it's just fucked up. Like, and sometimes it can feel unfair. It can feel unfair to have to be the one that's always making the adjustments and the changes, or always having to kind of just deal with it. And it's like, no, I'm not going to deal with it anymore. I'm not going to deal with it. Let's say it's a family member who has been persistent in some area, whether it's being persistent, being a pain in your fucking ass, or being persistent, I don't know, they've been persistent in some way, even if it's inconsistent. They've been persistent in being inconsistent. Whatever it is, you know, you're going to get to a place, vice versa. Somebody here is going to get to a place, Capricorn or Crosswatcher, where they're like, either they're going to do this, or they need to say, fuck it then. Genuinely and passionately, fuck it then. And not from a place of great emotion and distress, but from a place of, I know my value. I know exactly what I'm looking for, whether it's from a company, from a profession, from romance, from any relationship that I have with anyone in my life. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want from that, and I know what I offer. And so if I am not satisfied at the end of each day, I mean, life's too fucking short. What are you just gonna constantly just deal? No. Our time here is limited, and someone has been almost like putting up with something. And I think this individual, whether it's you, my love, or someone else, is going to have to get to a place where they're not going to just put up with something anymore for the sake of what? For the sake of what? Some people have been doing it because they're rather comfortable where they're at and they didn't want to have to change. But maybe even just sometimes things happen like this so that someone will change, so that someone will take a new route, be with a new person, be single, get in a relationship, like whatever it is. It promotes that. It's frustrating and annoying and wrong, even some situations, as it is. It's happening, it's occurring to create some sort of movement. It's like sticking the finger in water and seeing it ripple. It's definitely creating a ripple effect, although at this point it doesn't feel positive. It feels like dread, doom. Like, I hate this. This is someone who's, I don't know if they're beginning to, I feel like they've already gotten to this point, or you. Someone is definitely at the point right now where just over something, over reoccurring situation. That's what it is. This is going to have to be removed. We're going to have to either remove ourselves from the situation, or we're going to have to remove the external forces. And if we can't remove other people or another person, whatever this is, then we have to remove ourselves from the equation in order to be at peace, in order to relax and be in a comfortable environment. I definitely feel this is an individual I'm picking up on who's not in a comfortable environment at this point, and they haven't been for a while because they've been just kind of like, thinking things were going to change. I don't think this is someone who hasn't brought this to people's attention. I definitely think this is someone who has spoken up. This isn't an individual who's like, sometimes you can say, I've had this said to me before too, and then that's when I started to find my voice, is like, let's say you eventually get to where you're boiling over, like a pot on the stove that's been forgotten. I've done that also. But where you actually just like let something go for too long until you blow, and then eventually someone says to you, well, why didn't you tell me in the meantime? Like, why did you let it get to this point, right? This is not someone who's let something get to this point. They have said something. This is an individual, you, Capricorn, or someone else they have absolutely let someone or others, period, maybe more than one, know what they don't like, what they're uncomfortable with, what they've seen, what they've witnessed, what they know. They've brought it to others' attention, or another individual's attention. But it's almost as if there's no resolution. And to no avail. There's been really no change to the situation. There's been no change to the dynamic. There's been no change. And I would say little to no change, but I think there's been no change. And if anything, if anyone has tried to act as if they're being cooperative, it is false. It is not true. And this individual can see it. This is a person who can see right fucking through it. And others may choose, because I feel like it's a choice they're making. They're choosing to overlook it. They're choosing to just be okay with it. They're choosing to just deal with it, or they're making their choices. The other people involved it has been brought to their awareness, or if it's only one person, the person involved, that it has been brought to this person's awareness, hey, this is what's going on, or this is something that's occurring that I'm uncomfortable with, I don't like, whatever. They're overlooking it. They're not doing anything about it, and they've made their choice. They've kind of almost like chosen their side. a lot of it is something I feel is being overlooked. It's just kind of being swept under the rug. And we have an individual here who's like, I don't live my life that way. I don't live my life that way. Whether this person has done it before or not, they definitely aren't now. And they're like, you have the right to make your own decisions, fine. And I also have the right to make my own. This can be hurtful, you know what I'm saying? This can be very hurtful. This would be like if you went to a boss and said, hey, these things are happening, blah, blah, and you've told them time and time again, and you've maybe even brought proof to them. They know, they see, they fucking see. And they do nothing. And you're just like, I feel like I'm not even being heard. This is someone who definitely feels like they're not being heard. They have not been heard. They're not being listened to. They're not being respected. Their wants, their time, their energy, their effort, everything that they've put into something here, their presence, what they do is just completely being overlooked. It's just like, and they may even come off like a little, like a snitch or like a narc or like somebody who just wants to be angry or somebody who just has a chip on their shoulder, but I don't fucking think so. You don't have a chip on your shoulder. What you see is correct. What a person is doing is absolutely happening. What other people are doing is absolutely occurring, and it's been allowed to go on. It's been dismissed. It's been overlooked. It's been just pushed to the side, like they don't care. It's like somebody here is not hearing you. They're not hearing you. They're not listening, and they can give a shit less. And so at that point you feel like, well, I can see that my presence here is like not really wanted, or it's not appreciated, or I'm not being, I don't know what it is, but it probably makes you feel like, do you even matter? Like it's wrong. I feel like how somebody's been done, I feel like it's wrong. Maybe someone's brought something to the attention of a partner and said, hey, you know, this is what you're doing. Brought something to the attention of a family member. No change. And why do I feel a smug energy here? I feel like there's an individual, there's a difference between being confident, knowing your truth, and someone who's just smug. I feel like we have an individual here, and it could even be more than one, guys. They know exactly what they're doing, guys. They know exactly what they're doing. And that almost makes you want to like the crazy side of you come out, you know what I mean? Where you're like, you got to check yourself like every day or every time you're around this person, if you have to be around them, because you know that side of you comes out, that side that you work so hard to like not bring out, tame. That side wants to rear its ugly little head, and you consider it, but you're like, no, that's exactly what they want me to do. That's what they want me to do. And they also want me to leave, or they want me to something, you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody knows exactly what they're doing. It's very snakish. Like whoever this person is, or a couple of people, if it's more than one, they've been able to fool a few people around them. There's also other people who are aware of how they are, but they don't do shit about it. Or they could at least confront this person or let this person know, like, I'm not going to be fake, I'm not going to, but they're not doing that either. And so you feel like an outsider. You know, you get you're on that side where you're like, well, I can see that my presence isn't really appreciated here, or I'm not going to be like, my wants and what makes me feel comfortable isn't even being considered. I'm not even being considered. How I feel. And it's not even, maybe it's not even about that. Maybe it's about right and wrong. If it's about right and wrong here, it's like there has been someone who has been allowed to continue with their shitty fucking behavior. And it's almost like I'm telling you right now, it makes me like want to rage. I feel it. I feel like, and I'm talking fight, like physically, I feel like fighting right now. And I know that I'm picking up on you unless it's reversed. Or someone that's connected to you, they're feeling like this about another. But, and it's because this person, it's like they want this to happen. It's like they're smiling inside, even if their face is showing one thing, because they're able to kind of camouflage for some. Again, some people know this person and how they are, but there's like an individual around them, probably just one, but maybe a couple, who they think this person, like, no, they would never, you're just trying to find fault in them, they mean well, they wouldn't, that's not how they are, like, you need to forgive and forget, you need to overlook it, or they're gonna work on it, you know what I mean, or not everybody's like you. And it's like, and so you're the bad guy, you're just complaining, you have a hateful heart or something, or you're just looking for fault, or you're the know-it-all, or you're what, I don't know, you know what I mean? And it's like, no. But anyway, so this person, then I can't stop saying they know exactly what they're doing. It can make you, that's taking your peace though, guys. This is taking someone's peace. If it's not you, it's taking somebody's peace, or it's had too long, has it had some, so it's like, okay, I'll bow out. You can fucking keep them. You can have them, you can keep them, you can keep this fucking person. Let's see how much they do for you. Let's watch them run your fucking company into the ground. Let's watch them run your family into the ground. Let's see who's really fucking there for you, because the only reason this person is around is because they know they can get away with it, because y'all aren't really fucking doing shit about it. So have fun. Keep them. They wanted me out of here. They wanted me out of the way. I'll grant their wish. I'm not going to let them take a second more of my fucking peace. Keep them. This reminds me of a family member. Some of you, it's family. You've literally, or you will, somebody here will decide, or already has in the past possibly, to detach from family members because they're like, well, they know that's what one person wanted. That's what they wanted the whole time. There was like this jealousy, but almost like, instead of this person just being completely blunt about it, about their jealousy for you, maybe they have, some of them, but not entirely, especially if they don't think that it's going to be favored by others. They will do whatever will be favored by those in charge, or those that they care how they look to, those who have something to offer them. But when it comes to you, they're like, okay, I have to make them look like they just have a problem with me, or they just don't like me, or they just don't want me here, or something like that. Like, I have to make them look like that they just can't forgive me, or I don't know. Because if I do that, then I'm the good guy, I'm the good girl, and they'll leave. And that's exactly what I want. Which can make someone in their ego, which I totally fucking get, guys. Don't feel bad. We all have ego. If you don't have ego, you're dead. But it can make you want to be like, I'm going to stay on purpose. And maybe you've been doing that. Well, I'm going to stay around on purpose. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come around on purpose just to make you uncomfortable. But then you stoop to their level because that's what they've been doing to you. So it's like, all right, I'll give you what you want. But then, like, let's say it's a situation where you can't necessarily do that. You may be biding your time because you know that you're going to. Maybe you can't right now, or you just aren't right now because there's certain other individuals that you have to stay there for because you love these individuals, or one in particular. So you swallow your pride in a way. You just kind of, or maybe you just really love what you do. You've worked hard to get there. So if it's not like, people, then it's like, well, I'm not just gonna up and fucking know. I've been here for a while, or I've been in this field for a while, or whatever. I know what I'm doing. And I'm not just gonna, I don't feel like this is someone here, or this is you. I don't feel like people get to you easily. But this person, and I don't even know if this person's getting to you. It's just like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of a better example. It's absolutely someone who knows, and you know. And other people know too, but not everybody. Not everybody sees it. Not everybody, you know, they're just kind of in la la land or some fucking shit. But some people see it, but they're just letting it be. Like, they're overlooking it. They're not doing shit about it. And this person knows that they don't like you. They don't like you at all. And they're jealous. They would never admit that, and see that's where it's coming from. But they're very jealous of you, and envious of the love and admiration and attention that you get, and maybe even the status that you hold with certain people, or the rank you hold with them or something, or that you're considered for things when they feel like they should be. I don't know. Conversations they're not a part of, they can't stand any of it. So they have to get creative about the way that they get rid of you, and they can't make it like they're doing it, because that doesn't work. They can't make it like they have a problem with you, so they're going to make it like you have a problem with them, although it's actually the other way around. This person wouldn't have bothered you if they just either stayed the fuck out of your way, if they quit being an asshole or a bitch, or if they did their fucking job. Like, this is absolutely an individual that some of you can't be around anymore. Like, you can't, and you would know that. You would have already reached a place, and you're like, you know it intuitively. You're like, absolutely not. You may have even told another person or something that knows this person as well, I cannot be around this person. Schedule me when they are not here. Like, we will avoid each other. You may have even actually tried to avoid this person, and it's like everything they're doing is intentional. Okay, this isn't everybody's message right now. I know it's not, but for who needed it, they know that you know too, and that almost makes it worse, because they're like, haha, I know that you know, but you can't do anything about it. And it's like, I don't have to. See, what's going to happen is somebody here has their intentions are what's going to fuck them up. Their intentions. Because their intentions are to get you removed, or to have you remove yourself, whatever that means. Their intentions are, and I mean, seriously, in whatever way that means, whether it's quit, leave, never come back, quit what? I don't know. Job, family, walk away. I don't know, be isolated, have no one. Like, this is someone who doesn't give a shit as long as you're just not around them and they can take your place. But maybe you should. Maybe you should kind of not be available for certain people anymore, or a company or something. Just so they can see how dedicated this person really is to them, because they're not for a second. The only reason that they do what they do is because they're in competition with you. All they wanted is you out of the way. I can think of an example. Like, sabotage is somebody trying to sabotage you, and they've been trying to do it. And I don't know how long, but I don't think they've ever liked you. This reminds me, it's one of the best movies I've ever fucking seen. I've watched it so many times. If you've not seen it, please, you have to watch it. I think, in fact, it used to be on Netflix, I believe, and it's on, you can find it here on YouTube, but I think you have to pay for it. It's called Ophelia. It's one of my cat's names. In fact, I named her after this movie. But anyway, you have to watch it. It's called Ophelia. She's got long red hair. She's amazing. She's a great actress. But in that movie, it's this message here would be, imagine the kings. I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it, but you would be the original king, even if you're new somewhere. But a lot of you don't think that's the case, but if you are, you would be the original king. I would say, even if you're feminine. Doesn't mean you were first there. It doesn't mean you were first born. It doesn't mean you were the first wife, husband. It doesn't mean you were the first child. I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you were still the king. You were the most favored, the highest of all. And I mean, favored is in because you did the fucking most. You did the work. You showed up for people. You loved your people. You loved your job. You loved whatever it is. You loved it. You gave your all. You're fucking passionate about it. Your heart is in it. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there because it's frustrating, right? And somebody comes in. Some of you, it's family. Or they've been there. And wants that position that you hold with other people. They envy it. Not for a second do they have a heart for anyone that you have a heart for. They just have a desire for your position. This is someone who's obsessed with power and control. If this is work, this is somebody who would like to, they just like the paycheck, but they don't really do the work. They fuck off when the bosses aren't there. They could be the boss fucking off, like abusing their authority. They just want you to do the work. But they want to get the credit. This is not someone whose heart is in anything. Their heart is not invested with the family, if it's family. Their heart is not invested in the relationship, if it's a relationship. Their heart is not invested with the children, the child, if it's the child or children. The heart is not invested in the friendship, if it's that. You get the point. Work, none of it. A specific field, not at all. It's about being the best. It's about competition. You know what this reminds me of? Someone who probably they really don't have their own identity, which is sad, honestly. If I could just try to see it. I mean, I don't see it from their perspective at all. This type of person pisses me off, but I'm trying. And maybe you've tried, you know, where it's like they don't have their own identity. They may act like they do, and they may come off like they do, but they really don't. In fact, some of them try to do exactly what you're doing, or something similar. But it's because they can't think for themselves. They don't have their own identity. They don't know who they want to be. They just know that you look really secure in what you're doing, and that you get a lot of favor from people, especially if it's family or work. And they want that too for themselves. And it kind of gives me the idea of, like, you guys ever been sick or something or whatever, had to go to the hospital for whatever reason, and sometimes you'll see that there are people in the medical field. This is in every field of work. It doesn't matter what field it is, or every hobby even. There's people in all professions that are like this. Some that join the profession clearly for the paycheck and the supposed stability that it provides. But they gain nothing from the experience spiritually. And then you have people that do it because their heart is in it, because they genuinely care. It seems like those are always the people who get pushed out. Like, you have some really good teachers out there that genuinely care about students. They care about people. They care about what they're learning. I mean, there's been some teachers that my daughter has had that she's come home and told me conversations this teacher has had with her class, and I'm like, wow. Like, this type of teacher deserves to get paid more, because she's actually talking to them about what's going on in the world, things that they tell teachers not to say, things that they take off the internet. Like, if you post a video about said certain things, they'll take them down. This teacher will talk about them in the classroom. Although she knows she's not supposed to. She could definitely lose her job. But it's because she's actually teaching things they should know, things that are going on in the world, not things they'll never use. And then you have some teachers that just do it. I mean, you can't say for the money, but they do it for whatever reason they do it. But they don't really love it. And they don't have patience for people. And they say really fucked up shit to students, like, kids like you, or this and that, and they don't understand, like, maybe that kid like them has a fucking learning disability or something, or has a mental illness. But because they're not trained in that department, and they don't really care about what they do, they don't care how it affects that child. You get doctors that are like that as well. Every profession, you know. Now, I'm not talking about the same thing when you have people that they just don't know because they haven't experienced that yet. So, like, if they come off a little callous one day to somebody, like, you can't get them all right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have good days and bad days. We all do. This isn't somebody who has a good day and a bad day. This is someone who's just all outright a bitch or a dick, who doesn't give a fuck about anything but money and power and status. That's what it is. They don't care about people. They don't care about the job. They don't care about the family. They don't give a fuck. This is a very cold individual. They would have been a great king, especially if it's a masculine. They would have been a great king back in the day. Many, many, many centuries ago. Maybe that's their soul. Maybe their soul was. They didn't care about the people. No. This is somebody that would be like, look at all my 17 wives and look at the castle I live in and look at you. This is someone who may not even care about their own children or their own child. They don't care. They care about themselves only. And I talk on here a lot about selfishness and how being selfish is actually a good thing, but it can also be a very bad thing. You can be self-absorbed. You can be narcissistic. You can be callous and not care for anyone. There's a difference between knowing your self-value, self-worth, having a lot of self-love, that type of selfishness, self-restraint, self-sustained, self-confined, things like that. Then you can also be self-fucking concerned only, where you don't care about anyone. This could be someone who doesn't even care about animals. Like, they don't care about animals. They don't care about anything. And it's not going unnoticed. Maybe some people don't see it. Maybe some people, they don't care, especially in a workplace. Some of you may notice it's people just overlook certain individuals or one in particular, and you're like, are you kidding me right now? You should get rid of them. They're making everyone uncomfortable. Nobody even wants to come in and be around this person. Like, you're just overlooking the things they do because you don't care. This is somebody who's like basically getting away with murder. They're like getting away with cruelty, and they've been getting away with it. They've been getting away with manipulation. It's just been completely, well, it's not my problem, or I don't know the words. Like, I could honestly do this message for a while, because there's a lot to be said. I mean, there's so many scenarios this can go for. It's like, wow. You know, especially in a family. Well, I can't because it's my family. Like, really? Or we can't get rid of them because we'd have to find someone else to fill the position, and we don't have that many people here right now, or we don't want to have to work as much. So if we get rid of them, then we'll have to come in. So we'll just keep them and allow them, or maybe they get something out of it. Maybe they get paid to employ somebody. I don't know how that would work, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it wouldn't be my benefit to get rid of these people or these tenants or these, I don't know, or to cut them off or to stand up to them. It wouldn't be my benefit, or I would have to deal with more stress, or, you know, how would that, you know, I don't know. And it's like, well, then I'm going to fucking bow out then. And then you get to a place where you're like, I don't want them to win. I don't want this person to win. It's not about winning. These type of people, some of them, I'm not saying this is what would happen, but some cases, these type of people become murderers. Or highly, like, people who are so jealous like that, or they do things to like sabotage you, like set you up in some way. They want you to fail. They want you to leave. They want you to quit. They want you to get the fuck out. They want you. They want your position. And then, no sooner do you walk away and you say, fine, look, this ain't even worth it. I'm not going to sit here and fucking size dicks with you, you know? And you do leave and you take the higher road. And then they want to end up changing their path again, too, because they just want to, you know what I mean? You never hear from somebody like this, or they're never cool with you until they realize that you're onto them. Once you're onto them, or once they know you're onto them, then you're even more of a target. It's almost better when you play along. But why should you have to do that? No. You're not a fucking fake. Why should you have to play along with this person? Pretend for the sake of what? For a long time, or however long could have been just a couple weeks, long could be years, okay? For a while, you may have even played along with somebody, and just, you know, at first you weren't playing along, you were actually trying to like somebody, get along with them, love them even, for depending on who, you know. Be cordial, be cool, be friends, depending. And then you saw, and once you saw, you can't unsee, and then you just started to keep your distance, and that offended them. Oh, that makes them even worse. That makes them more mad, you know? How dare you notice me? Like, I thought I was undetected, and it's like, no. Maybe to some you are, or they're just overlooking it, but I'm not going to overlook it. And you could stay, and you could fight. It reminds me, you have to watch the movie Ophelia. There's a part where Hamlet, which is also my other cat's name, Hamlet's a story of Polonius, Hamlet, all that, actually goes back to fight the king's brother, which the king was Hamlet's dad. He actually goes back to fight him. And Ophelia gave him an option of like, let's go. Let's just leave. It was almost like his higher self saying, let's just let it go. But, like, you can't change them. Let's just get out of here and live our life. Let's do the change. Let's not let our egos get in the way. Let's go. Let's live our life together, right? And Hamlet went back in and chose to fight. I'm going to ruin this movie. Click off now if you don't want me to ruin it. And he died. And it ended up being that she was pregnant later on and had to raise the baby by herself because he could have chose that life with her, but he didn't. I'm not getting this as a romantic situation here. I think it's a one-person thing here where someone's like going to need to make the decision to walk away from something. And it's probably going to be difficult because other people are going to be left behind in the process, or someone's having to leave something that they very much love, they're comfortable in. Like, it's fucked up. This is not a fair situation. It's absolutely not. But I want to say what's waiting for you on the other side is better, and you're going to have much more peace of mind because you're just not going to have to fucking deal with this. Now, you're going to have issues anywhere you go. There's always going to be, any new path you take, any choice you make, there will always be consequences and new situations that arise, and there will always be somebody else that's like this person, just in a different way. But that doesn't mean just deal with it and just stay there and just kind of like, I don't know, ignore it. Absolutely not. Sometimes it's best to give people what they want. Give it to them. And then once you're gone, those who either turned a blind eye or those who just wouldn't hear you at all, wouldn't see it, totally fooled by the situation. Or those who did see it and chose to not really stand up for you. Not really. Doesn't mean they didn't say anything. Some of them didn't, some of them did. But they didn't really mean it, and that's why it continued happening. And you walk away, you leave, you do what you gotta do, and these people, in their own time, they will all see what you really brought to the table and who you really were and who was really genuine. At that point, it's going to be too late. And it sucks and it hurts, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. At first, the individual will smirk within their cocky disposition. They will be proud. They will feel as if they've won a prize, the trophy, the spot, the favor and value and love. But it's just a conquest to them, because once they've gotten it, then what? It's not a real win for this person ever, because their heart is not into anything but themselves, and they don't even know who they are. Some of you, the reason that this is happening is because you aren't meant to conform. You aren't meant to be a certain way. You were just comfortable there and you liked it, but it was time. Some of you are meant to challenge the status quo. Some of you are meant to go against the grain. You're meant to be different. You're meant to stand out. And that is actually the very thing that probably makes a lot of people, or at least this individual, not like you. Maybe they are meant for that spot, that job, that place, that position. Maybe they are meant for the favor of others. Maybe you're meant to be the trailblazer, so to speak. I touched on that in another video. Or maybe you're meant to be the black sheep. Maybe you're meant to leave, to walk away. Wow, I went way over. I got really into this one. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.